The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions.
Welcome back to our, what do you call this, bi-yearly show?
Pretty much at this point.
Semi-annual.
Semi-annual. Because they do one for Sentai, they do one for Rider. This time, we're back with the first of the Reiwa Riders.
I'm never going to get used to that. Reiwa. The Reiwa era.
You'll have to.
Emperor Reiwa.
But yes, Kamen Rider Zero-1. We finally got what he looks like, and I'm so excited for this. Because it's been a while. I feel like you're more pleased with this one compared to Zio. Because I remember you called that one busy.
You would be correct. I think this looks much more visually appealing than Zio ever.
It definitely looks like they're trying to go back to basics.
Yeah. I mean, new era, new Rider.
Same theme.
Bugs.
Yeah, we're back.
But honestly, I'm okay with it. Because
no,
his base form, it's a grasshopper.
I think...
And it's black and green with red eyes.
Neon yellow.
Yeah?
Really?
Neon yellow.
It looks really
It looks very green in all the screenshots.
That's just pictures.
All of these screenshots make it look very, very green.
Yeah, it's like neon yellow is like
it's like that fire engine yellow.
Yeah, it is.
Or like high visibility jacket yellow.
High visibility jacket.
I mean, that's what he is.
No. Okay, I do like this form,
but I like it a lot.
This suit. I love simplicity.
It's so sleek.
It's sleek and simple in all the best ways.
The belt doesn't look too big.
I mean, proportionally speaking, yeah.
Proportionally speaking, and
you
also
really can't see.
He doesn't have a bunch of nonsense going on anywhere else on his costume, so
you really can't see the details of it in this picture. I know you have another picture. So
also, minor thing, I really like this logo.
Oh,
yeah, it's all right.
I'm not sure how I feel about the name.
It's good.
0-1.
Yeah.
Coming off of ZO directly into 0-1.
I feel like that, and I just feel like 0-1's just. We had Super 1, now we have 0-1.
Well, it's 0-1 because we're getting.
It's the first.
It's the first. We're getting back to the start.
And
they already used Kamen Rider the first.
Here's a hilarious thing.
What's that?
What's the word for zero in Japanese?
Settle.
Ray.
Oh.
Wa.
Reiwa. Okay. Oh, okay.
I have to say Reiichi.
Nope. Ray. They're like, this is the Japanese one.
Yeah.
This is the English one.
Or the English.
Yeah. You know what they're going to do? They're going to have a commercial where, like, a guy's sitting with a dog, and he's going to say, "Yay!" and the dog's going to bark. And that's how they're going to get the title. They're going to do that for the ads. Because they did that with One Piece, too.
Yeah.
Because remember, in Japan, a dog says 1-1.
Now, this is just a minor thing. I'm looking at the Ride Watch picture here.
That's cool.
Because, of course, he gets one. He'll have the movie with Zio next year.
Zio.
Or at the end of the year, rather.
All right.
And that's just the thing that's happening. I wanted to... It looks like... shit.
Yeah, it does. If you look at the Ride Watch.
That's honestly what I first thought when I saw this.
It
looks a little like Kamen Rider
Sheen,
but I'm okay with that. It's Kamen Rider Sheen, but he's an actual Kamen Rider as opposed to a monster.
Okay, see, I can see the yellow more in this photo.
Yeah. It's a badly rendered one, but it is the photo.
Well, it's a scan, so...
Also, the things... His transformation devices are key cards.
Sure.
Or...
That is not what I thought when I first saw them.
Key cards?
I thought they were like cassette tapes.
I thought they were cassettes, too. Cassettes are some sort of, like, SD card.
They really like SD cards.
I think the circle there makes them look like cassette tapes.
I feel like that's too old a reference.
I understand that, but I'm old, so...
I just love the pose in this picture. It's so good.
One.
All right, what's next?
I just hope he's angry at us, because he always looks like he has angry eyes. He's so angry at you. He hates you in your face.
He's got determined serious...
look at the belt?
Yeah, he's got, like, determined serious anime face.
Yeah, it's also a very simple belt, so I guess that still looks like a cassette to me. It goes in there?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's interesting.
How does this work?
It unfolds, so it does this kind of deal?
Yeah, it folds
out. It folds lengthways.
Yeah.
Like, that's the axis right there, so you essentially do that. There's pictures, and you insert it, I guess, in this slot right here.
Okay.
And then, that's a grasshopper right there.
His forms are all animal based, and I like that.
It's back to O's essentially.
I like
Back to O's, except it's like one form per animal as opposed to
They're
three
all
animals.
combos.
I really like this belt, and I'm not 100% sure why. I think it's just one of those things like, for some reason, this is aesthetically pleasing to me.
It really goes well with the suit.
Yeah,
It looks like it's a part of the suit, as opposed to Zio's, which looks like a giant hunk of plastic that was stapled to him.
Or Gimes, which is it's so basic that anybody can wear it.
And when it changes to another form, it says progress. So I mean, I guess progress.
Progress? I thought it was like program and arise.
And
or that. It could be that.
And all the key cards, it's like it says like an element of some sort or something, and then the name of the animal, and then ability, and then the ability that he gets. So lightning, hornet, ability, thunder.
Speaking of which, we did get introduced to actually 5 of the characters. Well, 5 characters in total at the beginning.
Yes.
So we've got 0-1, and I'm guessing
Okay,
0.
so those aren't him.
No.
Those are different riders.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have 0-1.
That's a woman.
Okay.
You get it this time.
Progressive.
As a
You're
different
right.
character.
It is progressive. It is progress. But I tried.
I hate you.
And
Yeah,
who?
with the 2 other riders, their name are Vulcan
Vulcan.
and Valkyrie.
Okay.
And apparently they use the same belt.
Oh, so they trade off?
I think so. They might end up getting just 2.
And he's a wolf.
Yes.
And
she's
she's a
Cheetah.
okay.
Sorry, I was looking at that. I'm like, and she's a castle.
No,
And
that was
she's
last season.
But can you see that?
Yeah.
Or is like a crown kind of deal?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I like their suits. They're all very
You
similar.
get,
his kinda
you get a
reminds
much
me
better
of-
look at his helmet here.
Oh, yeah. You know what he kind of reminds me of?
The wolf from Kiva?
No, that too. I think it's just the color scheme. Kind of reminds me of Ryu Kendo, but in a better way.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But
Also, this time you can tell that Valkyrie's one because she has an actual boob
breastplate.
chest plate.
Yeah, but
She has a breastplate.
A legitimate breastplate.
boobs.
You know, 'cause
I'm just still a little bit upset about all the stuff that came out when Zio was coming out, and I'm just like, really? Y'all serious, huh?
Oh, when they thought Zio was a woman?
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, you people are all fools.
I mean, we got one.
Alright, what are we looking
These
at?
are some extra weapons. You get a big old axe.
And see, I thought that was a hammer.
They're probably going to call it a hammer.
No,
Knowing Japan, they're going to call
knowing
it
Japan, they're going to call it a fucking mace.
No, that was a... What was that?
Knight of Hammer.
You know
Right,
what this
that was
gun
the
reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
DN.
I was thinking, sort of. I was thinking it looked more like a Flintock pistol kind of deal.
It also looks like Decades, and
That I can see.
a little bit like Kabuto's when he used it like a gun.
Because it's a much more angled handle,
Yeah.
so that you can tell straightens out. So those always kind of have that same look to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually really enjoy this. It also reminds me of X8.
It's okay.
It does. Which one? Oh yeah, there's a
The
holder.
sword.
Oh, no, we're looking at the card holder. Oh, there's a beetle.
Amazing Hercules ability strong.
So I guess he gets like a muscular form.
That reminds me a little bit of Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones we have so far.
Oh, let's talk about the bike with Sad.
Because it's a dirt bike again.
I don't want it.
It's cheaper.
They don't
No,
use
in
it to begin with.
Okay, in terms of dirt bikes, though, that doesn't look terrible.
I don't know. It looks a lot like
This is the
Built.
toy we're looking at, and it doesn't look very good.
It looks a lot like Built.
Just coming from this
Fucking
toy
right.
scan, it doesn't look the greatest.
It is also a cell phone that transformed into this bike, so it's
Fuck.
Built.
It's built.
And I didn't like
Get
Built.
it out of my face. Get it off the screen.
Get away from me.
And I
Get
think,
away.
I think this is what the. Oh no, that's. I think that's this.
He said there was a sword. Can I see a
Yes.
sword? I'm a sucker
Yes.
for swords.
It's a briefcase. There are briefcases that turn into these weapons.
Yeah, a briefcase blade, a briefcase blaster, and a briefcase bow and
Bow.
arrow. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's
We
definitely...
don't know the theme yet. We don't know who's writing it. We don't know who's who. So of course we'll end up having.
All we're
another
judging
one.
our aesthetics.
So of course we'll end up having another
As
one
with most Rumorcasts.
for those.
I like the brief... Is it sad? Out of all of these, I think my favorite one is the briefcase bow and arrow, because that's just clever to me.
Also, I just like purple.
No, purple's good.
Purple's a good color.
It's a color we don't see
I'm
a
missing
lot
my
of.
favorite color right now. I know there is a form in my favorite color.
There is, and that would be the tiger. Flaming tiger.
Okay, so we get a blank. So we get a blank form, kind of like Den-O, where the animal parts kind
Den-O, Kuga.
Interestingly,
something
how
similar.
I guess it's because he's grasshopper. He doesn't have any armor for.
I mean, most of his other forms do.
Yeah, so I guess it's because it's grasshopper, so it's much more leg focused.
Yeah, so we have a grasshopper, and we also have a falcon, a shark, a tiger, and a polar bear.
Good forms.
And we also have the Hercules beetle, which we haven't seen, and there's also a mammoth or an elephant of something that turns him into a transformer.
It looks like
It definitely doesn't. It definitely looks like it turns him into a Decepticon.
It looks like the thing from Zio.
Yeah.
And then
But
there's also
cooler.
the...
Honestly, that looks
And then there's a
cool.
gorilla and a hornet as well.
Yes, the gorilla and the hornet are upgrades for Vulcan and Valkyrie, respectively.
Okay.
And I really like those.
I'm actually really
Even in this form, you can tell she has a more feminine-looking face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more heart-shaped.
More heart-shaped, more rounded, and the way the eyes look.
Also, I really like that form.
Yeah, the horn.
I really like that because the base form is navy. Base color.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
It does.
It looks a little like when Gaim got the banana arms.
I mean, she just looks like Sabine.
Oh,
When it was
sorry.
like... When
you
it
said
was
banana, I thought pineapple for some reason.
When he had like the dark blue with the yellow on top.
Yeah.
Is what I was thinking.
I like the mammoth one a lot. I'm not 100% sure about this flying mode that it apparently gets, but okay.
He's a transformer now,
No,
I
he's
guess.
a Decepticon.
Now, what other picture? Oh,
And then there's this one, which... Are these...
Oh, right, I don't have that one.
Are these upgraded forms?
Those
of
are
his? Okay. So I guess that's like his mid-season upgrade and his... Is that his final form? Did they show that already?
No.
That looks more like
And it
Or
could be,
are these just like two super forms?
because one
that
of those
he's
is
gonna
for, that one's for Vulcan.
get? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, these are the other ones that we get.
And we also have two other riders.
Yeah, these are.
Hortobi, and I can't remember the other one's name. Jin, I think.
And are
What
they
those?
villains?
They're villains. They're bad riders.
You can tell because they have evil eyes.
Or you can tell because they're purple, because that's kind of a thing.
Long, pointy evil eyes.
I'm not 100% sure what the things are. This is just a bad quality picture. Jacob, see if you can find something. But yeah, Night Road and...
His is a scorpion.
Okay.
This guy.
Hortobi is a scorpion.
By
Jin's
the
the-
way, Jacob, here's a nice picture of how the card unfolds.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I guess, but yeah, I like his other forms thus far. That's a very interesting color scheme for, what is it, Hawk?
Isn't the look at those two?
Jin and Hortobi.
Cool. So yeah, this is
He kind of
Hawk,
looks like
Eagle,
X-Aid.
essentially.
I believe so.
That's an
That's
interesting...
a falcon.
Falcon. That's an interesting color scheme we've not seen
It's pink.
associated with that.
Pink and green.
And, and then we get red tiger.
Blue is a
Polar-
shark.
Polar bear is not another form we get very often in Kamen Rider.
We don't get that form at all.
Nope. The thing
Oh, that was tiger. No, that was a Yeti. Fuck. I thought I was thinking Hibiki.
Todoroki.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't associate him with that name Todoroki because there's
No, that wasn't Todoroki. It was the other one, the white one that was ugly.
Right.
Um,
Toe something.
Toe out of here.
I was gonna say Toei.
Toe away.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I'm very into these images and these looks.
They're pretty good.
I'm really liking what we're getting so far. And
Why does it look like his belt is put together with an actual belt? What is this white right here? It looks like something tightened it to keep it in place.
I have no idea. I'm happy that we're getting... I'm betting because these two share, and they're not the same person. They share... From what we know, they're not the same person as Horby and Jin. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing those correctly. But I'm really hoping that we end up getting more than one of these kinds of belts because we end up having the same problem with Vulcan and Valkyrie sharing a belt as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that they end up getting copies sooner or later. And I also hope that things aren't dropped. So that's my biggest fear, that because they tend to show things that they just never use in a show, like the -1 and Lupin Black.
I think Jean is also a falcon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so one could be a falcon, one could be a hawk? Or did he...
No, he's a scorpion still.
He said Jean is a falcon. I'm talking about the form for...
Oh, Zia. Zero-1.
It says falcon on the
On
card.
for both?
On the card.
Maybe it's with...
I'm reading Jeans on the wiki, so they must have been able to read it.
It could be translation, or it could be like the case of the metals and O's where they don't always have the cards. Maybe they get stolen back and forth.
Here we are.
It is a mammoth for the jet. Breaking mammoth, freezing bear, flaming
What are
tiger.
these?
They're upgrades.
Oh, okay.
Looks like 0-1 gets 2.
So it's kind of like an X8 thing where he gets a super form. Shining Hopper is what that one's called.
Shining Assault Hopper.
Or it could be like Build where he
Shining
gets...
Assault Hopper is this one. This is Shining Hopper.
So, or it could be like Build where he gets Sparkling and then he gets the Rabbit and Tank forms.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is this other form for Vulcan called?
Cold.
Cold.
I'm not saying cold, I'm saying cool.
Cold.
Remember that? I'm not saying cold, I'm saying cool. Gavin.
Jacob's getting there. Eventually.
Eventually.
Alright, Waspinator.
Yep. I'm trying to pretend like I have energy when I don't.
That's Punching Kong.
Punching Kong, Super Assault Wolf.
Assault,
Okay, so they just get like, I'm
assault
guessing,
forms.
just a plug-in or something? Like,
A USB.
yeah.
Also, Punching Kong, that's what it said. I couldn't read the English on the thing because the image was so blurry. I was like, that's a gorilla. Why does it only have 4 letters?
I heard Kong and I thought the dog toy. I'm so tired.
It's fine.
But yeah, this is what we're getting so far. What are we hoping for? Speaking of which, Zio will have 50 episodes if there are no more breaks, and this show starts on September 1st.
Holy shit, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was much louder than I expected.
Yeah, you were like...
Sorry, it just... I know that's over a month away, but it just seems like it's not that far away anymore.
6 weeks.
And then 6 weeks after that, I'm not going to be single forever.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
we may not record that weekend.
What are we hoping for?
So,
So
just one last thing. The Falcon, apparently it's the same for Gene and 0-1.
it's the same card.
It's the same card, the Flying Falcon card.
So they might be stealing it back and forth.
Oh, God, we're Phi's.
Or we're O's. Calm down.
But we could be better.
So what are we hoping for in terms
Anything.
of like theme and plot?
Yeah, from what we're
Do
seeing...
we know anything about plot at all?
No.
Nothing about theme, nothing about writer.
We might
We are going to do a second Rumorcast once that gets announced, right?
We might learn... Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We might learn something because the actual press conference for this is on the 17th.
Okay.
I'm just hoping good. I know that's really vague and really general, but apparently it's a lot to ask for these days.
Yeah, it's like I'm liking Zio, like I've said before. There are definitely some things that could be better,
Like,
especially because
all of the suit designs.
this show doesn't seem to be doing anything with time travel, so it's probably going to be a little bit linear. With the whole briefcase thing, I'm really hoping for like a weird spy theme.
Or undercover organization.
Yeah,
So you're thinking like Go Busters in terms of a Kamen Rider?
yeah. I feel like that would be cool.
Or Beast Morpher, like what Beast Morphers is doing, but in a Kamen Rider form, like they're trying to harness the power of animals.
Well, I don't think they're going to really focus as much on the animals here.
Because this is 0-1, do you think they might hard reboot it?
Since he already has a Rider Watch, I doubt it.
Yeah, he already has a right watch.
There's plenty of ways you could retcon that.
Or you could say it's an alternate dimension.
That's what I was
Which
thinking.
they always do.
So just like RPM it, essentially.
Yeah.
That is possible. I don't know, but like typically...
It depends on what happens.
Typically when a Kamen Rider is doing a show, the only time other Kamen Riders are mentioned in its show is typically when it's an anniversary season.
And it really ends up depending on what will happen when we get to the movie this December.
But that being said, do you think they'll hard reboot it?
Probably not.
They
Probably...
might soft reboot it.
I wouldn't even say either one. I think they're just like, all right, we're 2 away. Let's just stop focusing so much on the show. It's a little bit too old at this point. I hope they do that. I just, like you said, I just really want the show to be good, and I want it to be better than Bill.
That's not a...
I want the characters to be good.
Wanting it to be good goes without saying, but...
You want the characters to be much more... I don't want to say relatable.
Static.
Or just... You want the characters to be much more attention-grabbing. You want to care about these characters.
Yeah.
Charismatic.
Charismatic. Thank you.
I would love for 0-1 to know what he's doing. That was the best part about Build at the beginning, where he already knew what he was doing.
There was no getting used to his powers.
Yeah, he's just like, this is what I do. I've been doing this for a bit.
You know what I want? I don't want to hear how fucking young the actor for the main writer is. I want it to be maybe not Hibiki level, but somewhere in between.
Yeah, Hibiki was like almost 30.
So like just someone who's not going to be like a kid.
I want the female character to be treated with the same level of respect and importance.
I
don't want her to get shafted.
I thought that went without saying.
No, you have to say it.
Valid.
Especially in a show like this, where
Also,
it's just like, hey,
she has to live through the whole show.
she doesn't
I
necessarily.
won't say anyone has to live through the whole show.
I want a female writer to live that's not Kivat.
Kivala?
Kivat, because Peach died.
She did. Oh well. But she wasn't a bad kid.
Poppy lived,
That's true.
although she was like a writer for all of 5 minutes.
Get out.
Better than nothing, I guess.
I'm gonna quote Director
She was
Theory.
also Poppy.
Don't invoke that thing's name in my presence.
Yeah, I'm still really excited for what we're gonna get. Well, of course, who knows where we're gonna
I'm
get
cautiously
from.
optimistic. I say that every time, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, but it's just like the suit is just doing it for me. Although the same thing happened for Build, and look what I got. Just as I thought.
What I want more than anything is for this show to...
No, we had hesitation because there was a vacuum.
I want the show to be good on its own merits.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to rely on.
I don't want it to have to rely on anything from its past in order to be good.
Hopefully they won't, because we're moving into a new era. It's just like, hey, I'm 0-1. I'm the first.
Literally.
Literally for this era. Even though Zio is happening right now in the middle of the era, it's not the first one in the era. So...
Well, let us know what you guys think of all these images down in the comments below. What are you guys looking forward to or hesitant about with what you're seeing in 0-1? And as always, like us on all the things. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Patreon. And we'll see you next time. More information is announced on the Rumorcast.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.